So, it's been a minute again, and it's because I got injured, which is annoying. And in this video, I'm going to talk about what was happening leading up to it, how I got injured, what's happened since, because it's been about a week, and the new plan, and what is going to be expected in the future in regards to what I had already plans and how everything's changed. So going into it, I was flying. I was going to make a video last week explaining about how the week went in regards to training, and on Sunday last week, so today's Monday, Sunday the week before last, I hit a new deadlift rep PR of 235 per 7, which I'll play now. And then Monday, the next day, I went in to do my secondary squats and my tempo bench. So it was nothing too heavy. I had 195 for 3 sets of 4. So I did my whole warm up, which takes about half an hour before I even touch the bar, in regards to static stretches, dynamic stretching, then light movements, full body warm up to get under the bar. And I'd already done my first set of 190 for 4, and then I did my second set, and on the third rep, coming out the hole, something felt a bit funny in my quad, and I was like, okay. Now I did the fourth, I was like, oh no. So my quad it was like the top of my quad just felt like an absolute dead leg, and it was so tight, and I was worried. So I just started stretching it out, and I sort of Larson pressed the rest of the session. Got home and just rested. Then it came to Tuesday, and it still felt like a dead leg, and it was so tight, and I was struggling to walk, go upstairs. And what was annoying was putting socks on, getting up and down from lying, and I was in the bin. I had no idea what I was going to do. And Wednesday, it felt a lot better. I started to get full range of motion, but it's still tight. It felt tight, not painful, but a tight pain, I guess. And I was just, in this time, I wasn't squatting last week or deadlifting. All my bench stuff was Larson presses, so my feet were straight out. I just didn't do any quad work, but then on Wednesday I did some RDLs, and they felt alright, and some hamstring and lower back work. And then Thursday I had full range of motion again, and it wasn't so tight. But then coming out of a bodyweight squat, it was like, oh, there's something there. It's like don't put too much force into it. Then Friday and Saturday were sort of the same, but it was getting a lot better. And then on Saturday, I managed to do some heavy RDLs and some heavy hamstring and lower back work, and I was feeling good. And then on Saturday, I was like, you know what? I could squat next week. But what does that mean in regards to the preparation that I had planned out? So previously, I was going to do the abs comp on the 1st of November, and then my qualifier for the BPU on the 30th of November. And honestly, I don't want to rush into things too quick, because if I load up this week what I already had planned, which was like 230 for reps on squat, 240 on deadlift, I just feel like scale that again, and I'm back to square one, not being able to put my socks on. I don't want to be in that position. I don't. I feel like the main thing is to not get injured. Then after that, it's progression. Because if you're injured, you can't progress. End of. So if I was to do the abs comp, it'd give me 6 training weeks. And I don't think that's enough time for me to make sure I don't go into my training too quickly and injure myself. Then also to build up enough momentum to put performance on the platform that I really put a performance on the platform that I think shows what I'm capable of, and a performance that I don't think would respect the abs pro-am platform. Like I don't think my dots would be anywhere near what they should be to be in the pro-am. So I've decided that I'm just going to be doing the BPU qualifier on the 30th of November, which now gives me a solid 10 training weeks starting from today, and then one taper week, a recovery week before. So technically 11 weeks. I think in 11 weeks I can build enough momentum, give this enough time to heal, and put up a total stronger than I've ever put up before. And it also gives me time to sort of gain the weight properly into the weight class in this short amount of time. And to do that, I've got to make sure everything's bang on to come through make sure I'm making the most of the weight I've gained, but not gaining too fat, which won't help anything. So the plan is to go all in for the next 10 weeks and try to become, I am going to become the strongest I've ever been, because I'm going up a weight class, but put on a good first 75 kilo performance and my last junior competition. So it's the start of something new, but then the end of my junior career. So I want to end things on a high, but start things on a high. And I squatted today. I squatted 160 just to see how things felt. Like a really loose wrap, like 4 revolutions, if that, I think. And it felt good. Like the pain was at most 0.5. I tested the speed going into the hole, because the first rep I didn't want to come down too quick, just in case it went like that again. So did the first set. I was like, okay, everything's cool. Built my speed back up again, and the weight felt so light on my back, and I'm glad that I didn't forget any of the cues in a week. So now I'm going to slowly build back up over the next couple weeks, and then in 3 weeks time, looking at hitting some good PRs every week from then on. I would have thought that's more than possible. But yeah, the new dynamic of the videos, I think, is going to be just to make it bang on consistent every week, not keep updating you here, there and everywhere. It's going to be one video a week, and it'll either come out on a Monday or Tuesday, and it'll be 10 weeks out, this is what happened. 9 weeks out, this is what happened. I'll show you all the lifts I did, and then after each one, give my thoughts and feelings on how each session went and how that has set me up for the week next, all the way until we get to 1 week out, and we'll see exactly where I am, how things are moving, and what attempts are circling about in my mind at that point, because obviously I've got aspirations of numbers I want to hit for this comp in 11 weeks time, but there's no point speaking about, because I have no idea what my top end would be, because I've never done a competition where I haven't been gaining into the weight class before, and so that's completely new. I've always had to cut down every single time, so I always knew whereabouts I'd be. So this is going to be fun. Now, I've had my little setback, which put me in the bin to start with, because I had no idea how quick I'd recover, because my good mate Pete was saying, oh yeah, these things will heal quickly, you'll be fine before you know it, like the body has a way of working, sort of thing. And in my mind I was like, yeah, I can't walk and put my socks on. And then 5 days later I feel great. So he was bang on, and I was like mad. But that is the update on how things have gone and what is planned in the rest of this mini series. So stay tuned for the next 10 weeks. Maybe come back in just 10 weeks time. You could just come back in 10 weeks time and see what happened now to the end result, and miss out all the in between, sort of like, so you don't waste your time on the middle bit. But if you want to see the journey, subscribe. Any questions in the comments, and to see my lifts sooner, I guess I post on my Instagram daily my lifts, so go give me a follow over there. And if you have any not any questions, but if you're looking for coaching one-to-one with personalized training plans, I'll put my website in the description. Or if you're looking for a set 8-week program, they're also on my website as well. And depends, I've set it on how many days a week you'd like to train, because I know everyone's a bit different, but they all follow the same sort of methods. And it's a 3-day, 4-day, 5-day, 6-day, depending on how often you like to train, at what intensity, and what time you sort of have. I try to cater to as many people's needs as possible when it comes to a set plan, but also something that can make anyone stronger if it's taken in the right steps. Yeah, that's it for this week, and next week will be a rundown on how this first week went with my quad and how things are moving. And next week I will probably show the graph in my notes of my weight day by day, my calories, and how that's fluctuating as well. So I will see you in the next one. Sick.